Okay, I have to react to this, and I got my own story. Didn't do anything this badass, because this chick, I love her. But I'll give my story after this.
And I just want to come on here and say Henry is a racist, stinky prick.
Had one of those.
Racist. Elias is a prick of a manager. This company
A
fires
lot of those.
associates for no reason. This
Didn't have that.
treats their employees like shit.
Had that.
Especially Cap 2 and Jimmy from Sporting Goods, Joseph the cashier, Larry from Garden Center. You are all perverts. And I hope you don't talk to your daughters the way you talk to me.
Had a couple of those. Actually, reason I got fired.
I love you for getting me this job a year ago when I needed it most. Fuck the managers, fuck this company, fuck this position, and fuck that big lazy bitch Chris Price. I fucking quit. I'm out.
Complete badass. How don't you love that? Okay, now my story time. Not gonna go into any details about where I worked, but worked at this factory type thing. First, I was dumping 100-pound bags, and it's a 2-person job, right? You dump them on a conveyor belt. Not gonna tell you what, because then you'd be able to figure it out. But this guy, he had to have me work with 2 people, but he hated me, and he was a sexist prick. So he got me to work with this little sweet, cute, 100-pound little, like, she was fine, but girl that maybe could lift 50 pounds? To lift 100-pound bags day in, day for a whole day. Of course, me being me, I'm like, fuck that. Basically got her to stand there for 8 hours while I did twice the work. This happened 3 days in a row. That guy probably still works there. And that's not even the most sexist shit he did. He'd like, anytime any chick wore a low-cut top, have her working this one conveyor belt that's conveniently right underneath the walkway to his office. Just coincidentally. And then he'd stand there. The fucker would give any minority the worst fucking job, like getting them to jump in bins full of nasty old vegetables. I'm not telling you what they are. And push them onto the conveyor belt. Dude was a dick. So, but 3 people, not me, because I can't snitch if I want to, threw it up the food chain. Week later, this was a couple months later. Anyway, as once a year, or once every couple of years, everybody that worked in warehouses knows this. There's layoffs. Something happens with the company, blah, blah, blah. They have to cut people. Every single person that complained about this guy happened to be one of the people that got cut. So I kind of see where that chick's coming from. This is how I quit. Okay, there is a thing where we separate. This goes to the food bank. This goes to the stores. And we were low on people, so it was me and him working it. He did as usual. Got me to do it, and said if I complained, he'd cut my hours. So, since it was me and him working it on paper, I unpurposely did everything backwards. The stores got all the stuff that we couldn't give to them, and the food bank got all the stuff we were supposed to sell to the stores. Now, did this fuck up the company in a big way? No. They fixed it the next day. I knew they would. All they had to do was get the trucks to come back, switch over, get them up. But the next day, me and him was in the office. Big guy of the thing comes up, said, I have to talk to you. I stood up, said, I quit. Bye. walked out, and right as I walked out, I looked back. Guy was getting the biggest friggin', like, you could hear this guy screaming a block away. And that was the only time I ever seen this guy get bitched at. Not because he was racist, not because he was sexist. He cost the company money. But he still works there. Or at least he still worked there last year, because a couple people I knew from there. We stayed kind of close. But that girl I told you about, she quit the next day after I quit. And told me I gave her the courage to do it. Which made me feel loved. I think she's married now. But yeah, an asshole boss everybody has. I just wish I had the balls to do what that girl did. Because that was beautiful. Dog out every single person in the whole store that does anything fucked up. And give props to the one person you love. Anyway, that's my story time.